AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning. Time for Coffee Ann right here on ON AM.
Already?
Already. How about that? At 8 o'clock in the morning. Friday morning, February the 20th. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan right here. Dave Richards right over there. Hi,
I
Dave.
am. What do you know? Hi. How are you?
And we expect Melissa Murray to be joining us soon. And Rich Lane will join us at 8:30. Little programming note. Monday morning.
Yes?
We are scheduled to have...
It's the rescheduled visit of...
Oh, we've rescheduled it twice now.
He's a busy dude.
Yep, but live in the studio.
In the studio.
Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee will join us on the
Nice.
Coffee and program on Monday, barring anything happening. Okay? So
Well,
let's just keep that in mind.
We get it.
But he is expected to be here.
A lot of people
on
want a piece of
Monday.
the governor.
That's right. It'll
Any
be
governor, really.
live and in person. All right, this segment of Coffee In is sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
It certainly is,
Well, the
Ollie.
rumor out there, Dave, is we're going to have chamber people joining us next week. So how
Lauren
exciting
Malloy
is that?
will be here along with the Chief Lady Monica.
Yep.
We'll be right here in these chairs next Friday morning, folks. You get a chance to meet them.
Great.
And greet them, and they'll get a chance to talk to you in person. In the meantime, they're delighted with what we've been doing here for making your... getting the announcements out on the radio in the morning. And it says here that they are almost sold out of tickets to the Northern Rhode Island Chamber's 35th annual celebration coming up on the 25th. That's next week, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Wednesday.
Almost sold out before they even get there. Not bad at all. Your Business Matters email that pops into my little machine over here is... we have the mentorship, momentum, and meaningful connections, investing in community health, and all the rest of that. There's the advocacy email talking about this week at the State House and what's going on and what are they looking at that just might affect your business and that sort of thing like that. Then the Valley Breeze Community Awards are back. And then, of course, there's the list. I had a lot of emails in the chamber this week. And so it's 4:45 to 7:30. Register real quick for the 35th annual celebration. Then we have the Rhode Island FC kickoff luncheon coming up on March the 10th, which is not as far away as you think it is. That's going to be at Bally's in Lincoln from 11:30 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon. Get you back to work. Cheers to 6 years with the Women's Business Council on the 24th of March. And the HR Roundtable Employer Workforce Programs and Resources available to small businesses. That's a noontime virtual you do on your computer from your office on March 31st. And then coming up in April, we've got Beyond the Sale, Creating Customers for Life, and all the rest of that. Some really helpful stuff that would help you along in your business and your business life. Not just, you don't have to be the owner of the business to get stuff get meaningful information and help from the Chamber. So that's the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. We've been members for longer than Dave Richards has been with the radio station. Of course, the predecessor was the Woonsocket Chamber of Commerce, and I was on the board of directors of the Chamber for one time. But so we've got a very long relationship, and we're delighted that Lauren and Marika will be with us next week, right here in the studio. The number to call after 9 o'clock, 334-1000. And now back to Mr. Callahan.
All right, Dave, thanks. And let's see. Well, the good news
Is Melissa coming today?
She is.
Oh,
I
good.
got a note from her. Says she'll be here in 5 minutes.
Oh, good.
That was 5 minutes ago.
Should we just stare at the door for a while?
Yeah, let's go. Well, where are you? Now, the good news is, and you heard it in Lou Sports, is the U.S. women's hockey team won the gold medal yesterday,
Oh,
beating
in
Canada
dramatic fashion,
2-1 in overtime. Winning goal scored from the Boston Fleet
Yeah.
by Megan Keller. So congratulations to them. A very exciting game.
We're told that was her last Olympic games
Yes.
because she won't be playing in the Olympic competitions
In 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years from now.
Yeah,
So.
she's going to continue playing for the Boston Fleet.
Yeah.
But that's exciting. What and you know they
Think
were
that'll bump up the tickets for their games?
my son told me. I remember my son lives in Maine.
Yeah.
But him and his girlfriend, they have tickets
Yeah.
to the Boston Garden, the TD Garden, to
Right.
see the Fleet play. Now they don't normally play there. They play at the
Yeah, they play at a
Agganis
smaller
Arena
rink, right? Yeah,
because of ticket sales.
and
well,
right.
they're going to see what
costs too. I'm sure.
what can we do? Can we sell out or come close to selling out the TD Garden, like the Boston Bruins, with the Boston Fleet? And he's going, and his girlfriend's going, so they're going to go. It'll be the first game that the Fleet play there. It's coming up soon.
Yeah.
I think in March. But with them winning the gold medal, I think you're going to see ticket sales go up.
And in dramatic
for that
fashion
game.
too. Wasn't that the game that went into what 2 minutes left in
regulation? That's
regulation
when
with the goalie pulled and it was tied
6-on-5.
Yeah.
and they scored a goal.
It was
to tie
the
it up.
equivalent of a walk-off victory. If it were baseball, they call it a walk-off, right?
Well, that's when they went into overtime, yes.
Yeah.
Because in international rules, it's immediately go to 3-on-3 in overtime. And that's what happened. And she just swooped in and did a nice backhand shot that got past the past the goalie. The impressive thing about the women's team this year, I thought, and I don't know how many games they played in this entire tournament. It was like 6 or 8 or somewhere in that number of games to win the gold medal. They only let in 2 goals in the entire Olympic tournament. And they scored like 37. They did so well, but only 2. One in the gold medal game and one, obviously earlier. I'm like, wow, only 2. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
So good for them. The men play in the semifinals, I believe, today.
Okay.
And if they win, they go on to play the gold, which will be on Sunday. I think that's how that works.
Yeah, that's right.
So, okay.
They beat Sweden earlier this week.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember, is it Czechoslovakia that they're going to hit?
That's not a country anymore.
Oh, that's right.
But they're
sorry.
playing Latvia
Republic?
or something like that. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. All right. I've forgotten who their opponent will be.
And it's Canada against somebody else on the other side. So they think
It could be U.S. Canada again for the men's?
for the men's gold. So we'll see what happens there. All right, sad anniversary today. It's the 23rd anniversary of the station nightclub fire down in Warwick, where 100 people passed away when the band started playing. Boy, they only played for 30 seconds before the whole thing just got engulfed in flames. But that happened 23 years ago. And it's tough to find someone that you don't know that didn't know somebody that was affected by that.
Well, everybody's
by that
been
fire.
affected, Joe, because good businesses went out of business.
Yeah.
People who had we're on Park Avenue because of the station fire.
Yeah,
because they couldn't retrofit. They couldn't afford to retrofit the building on One Social Street fast enough, and
With
the
sprinklers?
cost of retrofit the cost of retrofitting it to new guidelines was so exorbitant that they gave up the building and we were kicked out.
Okay,
because they wanted to put a school there. Okay.
And I just
otherwise,
remember,
we'd still be at One Social Street.
I just remember they went in and said, "Okay, we're suing everybody," like Budweiser.
Oh yeah,
who sponsored the show? I'm like,
they sued the parent company of WHJY Radio because one of their employees was there.
He was the host. He introduced the band on stage. But luckily, or smart or cooler heads prevailed, and the judge, okay, we're throwing that one out against Budweiser. That one against HJY is out.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
I know, but you still got to lawyer up and go there and defend yourself.
Yeah.
It's not fair the way they do things, but
and that MC perished in that fire, and I knew him. We went to college together.
Yeah.
He called himself Dr. Metal, and he called himself Dr. Metal on the college station.
Yeah.
And I had to fill in for him one time because they needed somebody. Yeah. So I was intern Metal for a 3-hour show.
Playing metal music back in the day when that was popular.
Yep, and it's still popular. A lot of Def Leppard, a lot of Motley Crue, a lot of Ozzy Osbourne.
No Nirvana?
They weren't around then.
Okay.
I'm older than you think. All right, but it's the 23rd anniversary of the station nightclub fire. So Dave had this story this morning, and I said, some people just, you just don't think, or you don't think ahead. And this man in Johnston that's charged with stealing snowplows from the town.
Oh, yeah.
Now, first I thought...
With surveillance cameras watching
Well, that's
him.
it. Well, first I thought he was actually stealing the trucks with the snowplows in front of him.
No,
But when you
just the
read it,
plows
he's
himself,
just
yeah.
stealing the plows.
Yeah. And they take the
Thinking-
plows off lots of times because the
Yeah.
gas mileage on the trucks is awful.
Yeah.
When they have the plows on them.
So it's him and a friend on the surveillance video in the overnight hours. Obviously, you don't do it during the daytime. Picking up the plows, putting it into a pickup truck, and driving away. And they were able to track the truck to his home.
And it still had one of the stolen plows attached to it.
We'll take this is where you're not thinking things through. We'll just go. He's a Johnston resident. I'm going to steal from the town, and he just went to his house. And they say one of the missing plows is attached to his truck, and the other
plows two are in his garage.
What are you going to do with them? Sell them?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
But don't be looking for anything really smart and intelligent.
Well, I don't know why you're
for
taking
end game here.
I don't know why
because
you're taking 3.
I'm just saying, if you're going to do that and not think it out, you kind of deserve to get caught.
Mm-hmm. Now, he says he's facing 3 felony counts of receiving stolen goods.
Felonies means he ain't going to be voting for a while.
Yeah.
Stuff. Oh, come on.
But they're still looking for the second suspect. It's just a matter of time on this one.
Yeah, I guess it is.
This guy's... Well, I don't know him, but
Tell you what.
he's going to crack.
We'll split the difference. We'll only charge you with 1.5 felonies. So you give up the other guy. We'll give him the other 2, the other 1.5 felonies.
Yeah. You really just want to spend, 25 years, or do you want to spend 10? Mm-hmm. Or maybe less. I don't know, whatever deal they come up with. So, but he's 46-year-old Joseph Macari, and there he goes.
Old enough to know better.
Yep, saying, I'm going to... But, wow, how do you... I guess if you just have the right tools... You can get the plow off the truck.
Yeah, well, if you have the mount on the front of your truck, you drive up, put the plow on, drive away, take it off on your property, come back, drive up to the plow, put it on your truck, do the same thing, rinse and repeat until you've done it 3 times.
So maybe his friend wanted one for his truck, and they just don't have time to get it over to his friend yet. But there's a third one. Maybe there's a third person that said, "Oh yeah, I can use one too." If you got one cheap.
Well, I know they don't give them away. You could ask Gary Smith about it. He owns one for his truck, for his property.
Any idea what we're looking at cost?
Thousands and thousands.
I'm sure it's thousands. Yeah. Okay, so it's cheaper to steal one.
Yeah, well, of course it is, yeah.
All right, let's take a break here in the Coffee AM program, but more coming your way. But let's get a second message of what's going on at the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Well, usually in our second message, we reserve that just to reinforce the telephone number for you after 9 o'clock this morning when they start answering the phones, because they're a 9 to 5 business. The Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce would be happy if you phone them to chat, find out how the chamber can work for you and make your life and or your business better. And the number is 401-334-1000, and the gals will be here next Friday with us.
That'll be great. More Coffee and coming up.
Oh,
yes,
Melissa's here.
Melissa has arrived. Excellent.
OM 1240.
Wow, can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio in Woonsocket.
All right, Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. And I'm so glad Melissa came in because we got to get her opinions on a couple of things going on in the news. And I don't know if you heard about this one, Melissa, but the Rhode Island Department of Health is alerting pet owners, animal control officers, and municipal clerks that a recent shipment of rabies vaccine has been recalled.
Oh, no.
Because some of the vials only have sterile water.
Oh,
in
no.
which isn't going to do anything.
No, it's not.
For rabies. The vaccine is made by Boehringer Ingelheim Animal Health, was distributed to vets between September 29th and January 8th, so quite a ways,
that's a
stretch
lot.
there. And there's an expiration date of March 12th. There are no health concerns for the pets that receive the sterile water. Of
course.
Nothing's going to happen.
Except...
But it does nothing for rabies. And any animal that received the vaccine from that lot, they just need to be revaccinated. Again. So
yeah.
I mean, it's no big real issue. It's just that what a pain. You got to gather
Yep.
your pet together and go back to the vet and do it again.
Yep. Okay, I know that my pets were not vaccinated in that time, so I'm good.
Oh, okay, so you're perfect to go there. All right, Melissa. I mean, that's the fun story. But okay, now there's a bill in the state Senate that would limit transaction and processing fees for school meals in all public schools and districts in Rhode Island. So what's the deal now? If you owe money to the school for meals, there's an extra transaction fee because you're late?
Well, no, I believe it's a processing fee when you pay. If you,
really?
Yeah. Which
so
is silly, but
if the meal's $1, you're really going to pay what, $1.25?
I mean, I know some people would disagree with me, but I think that school meals should all be free. I just think that.
Well, someone's going to pay for the food, though.
yeah. I think we pay for the pencils and the paper and all that. I mean,
all right.
I feel like all school meals should be free, and this is just yeah. And in years past, and I know it's the Senate President's bill.
Is it okay?
Valerie Lawson, yeah. I can't believe they charge a transaction fee, which is crazy.
It says both transaction and processing fees.
Yeah.
It's like when you use your credit card at a store.
Right, exactly. Yeah. No.
It gets passed on to you.
No,
I don't agree with that. I didn't know they were doing.
Okay.
I didn't know they were doing it.
It's not okay. I didn't know either until I read the bill. But
even if it's it's this amount of money, and I know kids rack up fees because they don't have the money to pay. Because my daughter did this in elementary school. Mm-hmm. Now she never. How do we put? We always gave her lunch. There we go.
Yeah.
So we give her lunch. She goes off to school.
Yeah.
And like a month later, we get a bill in the mail from the school for all these hot lunches.
Because she thought that what they had was better?
No, she was just always hungry. So she ate what we gave her because she never came home with an empty lunchbox or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then, they're serving food over there. I want the hot dog and and the corn and you get a brownie too and some milk. So she just went up for another meal. Mm-hmm. And she just said, it's elementary school. She didn't have any money.
Yeah. I was hungry.
What's your name? Or they had an ID card or whatever. So they just rack it up and rack it up and rack it up. Next thing I'll get a bill for like $35. Well, what are you doing? I'm going up and getting food. No. But maybe the problem was on us. We never explained to her that once you bring your lunch to school, you don't go get hot lunch as well. This is your lunch. You got to pay for that. Not that she knew about money, but I have to pay for this. So I paid the $35. But
you don't remember paying like a late fee or
I don't remember any kind of late fee, processing fee kind of thing. Nothing like that.
Some businesses do that. I mean, when I had a business, I just thought it was the cost of doing business.
Yeah,
I wouldn't pass that on, but some businesses do.
All right. Hey, Rich Lane's here.
Good morning.
How are you, Rich?
I'm well. I'm doing good.
All right. Do you know State Representative? I know he's on the other side. Mm-hmm. William O'Brien.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he Providence, North Providence?
Yes.
Okay.
Both, I think.
See, I don't like when people panic like this. And now he's calling we got to arm the campus police at Rick and CCRI because of what happened at Lynch Arena in Pawtucket, which was not on a college campus.
Right. I know.
So I was like, we can't be panicking.
So, Bill O'Brien, he had the DCLAW bill on the House side. So he and I have worked together. He's actually had this bill for years.
Yes, I've heard that, about arming the police officers on campus. Okay.
Yes, yeah. And so he's saying, it's for safety reasons. One of the problems is that some of those officers don't want to be armed.
I know, yeah.
They don't want it.
Dave told us that story. The ones down at URI, and they are armed, and a lot of them quit I don't want to carry a gun down here. So.
Yeah.
So I don't think he should be using the shooting at the Lynch Arena as motive to push this agenda
Yeah,
here.
it's not the same situation.
All right. So if things get really slow, Rich, going to get to you in a minute. Okay.
No, don't
but
worry,
if things get really slow at the State House, you can do what they're
doubt that.
you can do what they're doing in Georgia, and I think they just way too much time on their hands. A committee in Georgia is considering naming lemon pepper as the official state chicken wing flavor. Now let's get on this, Melissa.
What?
That's what we need in Rhode Island. The official chicken wing flavor. It is House Bill 1013 is being discussed by lawmakers in Georgia this week. The bill's author, Representative Eric Bell, says the flavor is one way to highlight the state's culinary and cultural cuisine. Georgia mainstay J.R. Crickets helped popularize the lemon pepper flavor across Atlanta and the South since the 1980s.
I am familiar with that. Yeah, J.R. Crickets. I'm familiar with them, but can you imagine the floor debate?
It's going to be so silly. No, this flavor I like. I don't know, hot sauce.
I like garlic, something,
Yeah.
Parmesan, whatever.
They got a lot of time in their hands down there. If that's
I
what they're
guess so.
debating the official
so.
chicken wing flavor. So I'm glad Rich
Don't
is
worry,
here.
I won't be putting
All right.
any bills
No?
like
Okay.
that.
So I'm glad Rich is here because this happened at the beginning of the week. And did you get my voicemail?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no, I talked to you actually. Yeah.
We did?
I know
Oh.
you're a busy man,
I
but
know.
yes, I did talk
But
to you on this.
it's just this is back to the Olympics and the cheating.
Yeah.
Of the Canadian curling team. Now, Rich, you have played this game.
Yes.
You have done curling.
Yes.
So the rule is, am I right or wrong? The rule is when you're sliding and you're pushing the stone and you let go of it, you can't touch it again. That's what I understand.
When you're coming out of the hack, which looks like starting blocks in
Okay.
a road race, for
Yeah.
those of you who don't follow curling and you're watching on the Olympics, but when you come out of the hack and you have your hand on the stone, you're
Yeah.
supposed to release the stone
Right.
before it touches the hog line, and that's the
Okay.
line that they basically, if you're watching the curling on TV, that line is where they're releasing the stone. But
Okay.
before it touches that line, you're supposed to release
go of
the
it.
stone, and you can't touch it after that, even with the brooms. And,
Yep.
So,
have you seen the videos of what the Canadian team has done?
well,
Does it look like they're cheating?
It doesn't. I don't know. Did you actually see his finger hit the stone after
I think
he released it?
I think I have.
It looked like it.
Yes.
It did.
Now-
from the angle that I saw, but
The men and the women's Canadian
Both of them,
team
right.
are both doing the same thing.
Well, what you're supposed to do is that if you do happen to hit the stone after you release it from the hog line, or if you're sweeping and your broom happens to tap the stone the slightest way and you know it, you're supposed to immediately put your hand up. It's like an honor system. And you
Okay.
say, hey, and that burns the stone. In other words, that stone gets removed.
Thrown out.
right.
Thrown out.
Wow.
So, I mean, you throw out a stone in the Olympics and like that can be big, huge effect on the game. But I don't know, I mean, what do you do? Do you now do you got to like plant a camera like right
On it.
above, like
Well,
at
they
the
haven't-
hog
they-
line,
they
like
haven't-
they do in hockey goalies there when
Well,
the puck goes over the line?
They
or
weren't
whatever?
complaining about them going over the line.
they're
The
complaining.
Swedes were complaining that you're touching the stone after you have released
Right after
it.
they release it and they give it a little push.
Give it a little push.
Well, yeah, but I mean, first of all, he's already in the motion of
Yeah.
releasing, so I didn't see like a dip or
But the handle's on top of the stone, and when they release it, they reach way down to the bottom of the
Yeah,
stone and
and-
push it there.
yeah.
So it looks like they're trying to hide what they're doing.
yeah, but
Which
with
the Swedes weren't
I
too happy
didn't
about.
I didn't see that
No?
I'm not trying to defend what he did, I'm
Okay.
just, or what she did. I'm just saying I didn't see that distinct
Okay.
motion.
Pushing. Okay.
Totally,
Well,
I
there's a-
mean, did his hand come off and then come down, and when he went like this?
Well, now you've done this, right? You've released. So why don't when they release a stone, immediately put their hands up right
Well,
there?
that's the way
So you're,
Turn
I'm
and
completely
release.
away, and I'm not touching it.
Yeah,
So
and supposedly, from what I read, that they have. I don't know whether they were thinking of doing it or have done it, but supposedly some type of a device on the handle that if you've released and your hand
like a-
goes,
like a light goes off, or
like a little light goes
Okay.
off on the
He's
stone.
let
or
go of
something.
it.
Yeah.
And if he touches again, the light.
Or
okay.
something
A
to
little
that
sensor.
effect. Yeah, a sensor.
But
I
I think of all the sports in the Olympics to have cheating involved. Curling.
and having played the game, I'm going to tell you, you're talking about coming out of an area where you've got some momentum coming out,
Yeah.
and you've already taken your stone and turned it however
Right.
you want it to rotate, and now you've released it, and to tap it with the tip of your finger, a 44-pound piece of granite that's already moving along on the ice.
Not going to do much.
Yeah. I don't,
Well, it comes back down to look at all the people screaming at the New England Patriots when they thought Tom Brady was deflating the footballs.
Yeah.
By like quarter of a pound, and people were like, oh.
Look, if they did it, you should have done the honorable thing. You know whether you did it or not.
Yeah. Oh, they
and
denied it
I
from
don't
the
think
get-go.
he used that profanity word either when he said that.
Sure he did.
The Canadian guy. No, he did not.
Oh,
He
Rich.
said it like Canadians do, like
Hey.
rig, like the truck.
No.
Yeah, yeah, but that's the
No.
way Canadians say it.
I heard it pretty plain and clear. All right. Well, good information from you, Rich.
The story from the story behind the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this story made our national news because he was just sick of it. So because of the snow in Providence.
Yeah.
And so he gets into his motorized wheelchair.
There's snow on all the
And now-
sidewalks. I can't run around on my
so,
scooter.
So now he's on the 610 connector going down the highway.
Oh, my
I'm like,
goodness.
I thought Dave was going, well, he obviously got hit, but no. State police pull him over. What are you doing? And that's what he says. He goes, he expressed concerns. There's no place to go in the city streets because of all the snowbanks. Mm-hmm. So they gave him a police
City
escort.
sidewalks is what it should have said.
Yeah. The state police gave him an escort off the highway. This happened on
And
Tuesday.
a stern lecture.
Yes. NBC 10 reports the person riding the wheelchair got a lecture about the dangers of trying to travel on the highway in a motorized
So
wheelchair.
dangerous.
Is that
so dangerous?
It's been so long since I've had that I've paid attention to reading the sign when you enter a highway, and I know it says like no horses, no mopeds, no bicycles on the highway. Does it actually say no motorized wheelchairs?
Probably
No scooters.
not.
No scooters, but
doesn't say that.
does wheelchairs fall into that?
Probably not, but it's kind
under
of
that umbrella.
Somebody's got to
Common
use their
sense.
head one of
Common
these
sense.
days. And I mean, gee whiz, common sense.
Well, he brought attention to the
He's-
situation, and
he's-
it worked.
True, that's true. He's very
So is
lucky
he-
that nothing happened.
so is
Could have
he in
been
the,
badly
uh,
injured.
Is he in the right hand lane, just in the travel lane, slowing up cars, going down
Oh my gosh.
going down the highway over there, in that Providence Cranston line? I don't know, but I think that's funny. That is funny. And they had another tragedy over at Brown University, where a sophomore from Houston, Texas, was found dead in her campus residence hall.
Oh no.
They say no foul play is suspected. It's a profound loss.
No, it isn't. Yeah.
And she said the universe community will be kept informed about plans to remember. Her name is Annie Song from Houston, and remembering her life. And I'm just thinking, oh boy, because it sounds like a suicide to me,
No.
or an overdose.
Nope.
No. All right. What do you think, Dave?
Well, I happen to have spoken to somebody who knows stuff.
All right.
And this is Coffee Ann, so we're not going to put it in the news story because it
Right.
hasn't been officially by officials pronounced. But no, what I heard from a good source close to the situation is that the young lady was one of those very few, but we've all heard of some who just wasn't feeling well, went to bed, and never woke up. And it was a health crisis. Now, her roommate was away, and over the weekend she was alone in the dorm, and she went to sleep. She hadn't been feeling well, and she passed. And it wasn't until Tuesday that they found her because she was alone, right?
yeah.
And that week, there's a lot of people gone because of vacations and stuff like that. So anyway, no, this was, and I had a very, very close friend whose daughter is the same way, and they're just nobody knows why it happened. It just happened, and there is a cause for it, but it's a natural cause. It's not brought about by drugs or lifestyle or anything else like that.
All right. Well, good to know. It's time to take another break here in the Coffee AM program. Weather forecast time being brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Cloudy skies today with a high near 38 degrees, calm wind, a 50% chance of precipitation, which they expect will be rain all day, and the precipitation amounts of 1/10 to 1/4 inch of rain possible. Tonight, a chance of rain, cloudy skies, overnight low of 28, and a slight breeze from the north, 50% chance of 1/4 of an inch of rain possible again overnight tonight. Saturday's weather, a 30% chance of rain, cloudy skies, 36, a breeze from the northeast. Saturday night, a 30% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 22. Sunday, a 30% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, with a high near 36. Sunday night, a 50% chance of rain, cloudy skies, and 27. Monday, a 50% chance of rain, cloudy skies, with a high of 32. Monday night, 30% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, and an overnight low of 20. On Tuesday, mostly sunny skies with a high of 36. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, a high of 38 and a 30% chance of some rain. Wednesday night, rain and snow mix is 60% likely, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 31. And on Thursday, mostly cloudy, high near 44, 50% chance of rain.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with the cloudy skies, we have 30 degrees. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
Guiding and assisting a family as they honor and celebrate the life of someone they love is our mission at Menard Locouture Funeral Homes. From personalized memorial cards, video tributes, to individual requests, such as the presence of sporting gear or even a motorcycle in front of the funeral home, we are able to walk with you as you make decisions at a difficult time. As you plan a loving remembrance for one close to you, Menard Locouture Funeral Home will be there for you.
We've been getting buried in snow lately.
If you haven't been out yet this year, now's the time.
With all this snow and these temps,
this is the perfect weather to learn how to ski.
I'm having so much fun.
For fun Feb Vacay events
and discounted tickets,
go to whatchoosit.com.
Hey there, Blackstone Valley. Who's got the best burger, the friendliest service, the best spot in town? You decide. The Valley Breeze is bringing back the Voices of the Valley Awards, a community competition where you can nominate and vote for your local favorites to help determine the best businesses, people, and places in our area. Visit valleybreeze.com to learn more and cast your votes. Plus, you could win cash prizes just for participating. That's valleybreeze.com.
ON Worldwide.
All right, Coffee In on ON Radio. This segment being sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and Rich Lane. And Rich joins us on Fridays to tell us what's going on at Post 85.
Yeah,
what's going on at Post 85?
I'll tell you. Last Sunday we had our first open mic, and I'll tell you, it went well.
Yeah,
I saw photos. It looked good.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. My buddy Mike Murray, there was a comedian that does a lot of shows around the Rhode Island, Mass, all over New England, basically. He came down and did me a great favor and kicked us off in the right way. We had a second comedian come around. I did a couple of tunes on the guitar. Another buddy of mine did. We had a couple that does some of the open mics in the area, come with a couple of ukuleles, and they did their thing. And you want to know what? Like when you go to an open mic thing, or when you got your guitar and you're playing at an establishment or something, and look, the American Legion Post, yes, we have a bar there. Now, when you're sitting at a bar or any speakeasy, you're at the person next to you. You're going to talk to one another and stuff like that, even while the music is going on. And personally, I take no offense to it. If I'm there playing the guitar and stuff like that, and people are talking and they're a little loud, I take zero offense, because I know somebody's listening or they're half listening or whatever. But you got to get that out of your system when you're performing like that. But for the poetry people, everybody was very quiet.
Wow.
And which I was happy about. The poets really were happy, but I'll tell you, and if some of you folks, there were two people there doing poetry, and I didn't know how I'd even take to it.
All right.
But I'm telling you, it was great.
Good stuff.
It was really, really good stuff. So we're going to do another open mic, more than likely on March the 15th, which is a Friday. I'm sorry, a Sunday. Sunday, March 15th. We're going to do another one starting at 4 in the afternoon. So if you're listening and you would like to be part of it, you don't have to give me a call, but it helps if I know if you're coming so I can, basically figure out the lineup. So just give a call. The American Legion posted 401-766-7585. Say you want to talk to Rich about the open mic night on March the 15th, and I'll give you a call back but it was very well received. Nobody got booed. Everybody got a nice big bunch of applause. Good. And so it was, like I said, so if you're sitting back going, gee, I wonder if I can do this. Yes, you can. Give me a call. Or if you don't give me a call, just come on down on March the 15th at around 4 o'clock, and we'll make sure we get you in there. But the whole thing lasted about 2 hours, and it was just a whole lot of fun.
Great.
Good.
Did you do any singing? You said
I did.
You did? Okay,
I
great.
did. Yeah, I'm a Nashville star. You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Neither did I. But yeah, like I said, I did like 3 or 4. I'm a country guy.
Oh, great.
I'm a country guy.
Okay.
Like, the Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash,
the old
Conway
timers.
Twitty, the old time stuff. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep. Okay, and then coming up, we got this coming Saturday. We have a week from this Saturday, we're having a spaghetti supper from 4 to 7 p.m. down American Legion Post 85. Jeannie Mishaw, who does the New Beginnings Kitchen, she's going to be down there doing spaghetti and meatballs, so you know the food is going to be good. So we're going to do that spaghetti and meatball dinner on the 28th, and that's going to be in honor of a World War II veteran that passed away in October, Mike Notarangelo from Woonsocket. He was 99 and a half, and the reason why we're doing the spaghetti supper probably around 6 months after he passed is because at the beginning of March would have been Mikey's 100th birthday. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to do a little spaghetti supper in his honor. We're also that evening raffling off. I came in a few weeks ago with that David Pasternak jersey, the autographed jersey. Mm-hmm. We'll be raffling that off on Saturday night. So that's February the 28th. So come on down. It's only $10 to come in and have a spaghetti and meatball supper. You can buy some tickets to the Pasternak jersey that night. And, we're going to have just a good old time. I always, when I come on, I always tell everybody, if you want to know what the place is all about, come on down. Very friendly, great atmosphere. We're open to the public. And one thing I do want to talk about, too, is I had put in for a grant with the help of Senator Murray here, put in for a grant for a McKinney-Vento Act, I believe it's called. And what it is that it's basically a congressional act with the federal government that you put in the paperwork and you request blankets for the homeless. Well, I received notification about a week and a half ago from the directorate in Philadelphia that we just got approved to get 250 blankets.
Fantastic.
So I was told that they would be delivered to the American Legion Post 85 before the end of the month. We're dealing with the federal government. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's not going to happen,
give or take a few weeks. Huh?
What I am going to do is I'm going to make sure, and they've been very nice. I just want to say that right off the top. The people that I've been talking to down in Philadelphia have been fantastic. I know you're not listening to this program probably, but they have been very good about conversation with me. So I will be shipping her off an email this morning saying, you're going to give me the blankets, and I know you said you got to have somebody at the post to help you unload. Please let me know when that is, and we'll get her done. And then the Saturday after the 28th, which I believe is March 7th, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to do a little dedication at the American Legion Post 85 bar. It's probably going to be right around 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, March 7th. If you want to see something really sweet, nice, and good happen, come on down on that morning, too, on the March 11th at around 11 o'clock, and I'm sure you'll be extremely happy on the presentation we're going to do. And that's pretty much about it.
All right, Rich, thank you very much. So Dave,
that's me.
Here in Rhode Island, we don't have we haven't cornered the market on dumb criminals. Talking about the guy that stole the 3 plows down in Johnston, down in Tennessee.
Yeah,
a man is under arrest in Nashville. He's accused of stealing boats, 3 boats from the local Bass Pro Shop. Now, if you've ever been to Bass Pro Shop up in Foxborough, these boats are huge. How are you stealing these? How are you even getting these out of the building?
Numbers on them.
Well, yeah, he was, and surveillance cameras are everywhere.
Of course.
And he was caught on camera stealing the boats. He'd pull up his white Chevy Silverado to the door, which must have had a boat trailer on it.
Yeah.
And out the door he went with the boats.
Well, the boats were probably on a trailer.
Well, maybe they were.
And just slip them on the hook.
So 2 of the boats were found on a property in Lewisburg, Tennessee, along with other stolen items. He faces 8 counts of property theft in addition to probation violation and past theft charges. He's a recidivist.
Oh my.
And he's being held on $80,000 bond. But getting the boats out of the store, that's impressive.
Yeah.
unless he's busting through the glass, but how do you get the workers to say, "Can you open up the door for me so I can wheel this out and hook it up?" I just bought it.
I would expect it's something like a Lowe's or a Walmart where there's a part that's outside.
There are, if you go to Bass Pro Shop,
outdoor items. And they might put a display inside, like an automobile lot. You know, they'll put one in.
Bass Pro Shop does do that outside their front doors, but there's usually somebody out there from the store keeping an eye on them.
Yeah.
But if there isn't,
and
who's going to question it?
And you do it quick enough.
Why would you steal it?
Well,
you must have bought it.
As you as a customer, you wouldn't question it.
Right.
You would just say,
he must have bought it.
They must have bought it. So okay. Do you need help hooking it up? I think so. All right.
Boy.
So that's what happened down there in Tennessee. All right. Good news for all.
He'll be doing all his sailing in the Statesville prison.
Yeah. So good news for all the Catholics. It is Lent.
I love this story.
So the problem is, for Lent, Catholics abstain from beef, chicken, and pork.
Those who observe.
So
And not just Catholics.
But what if you don't like seafood at all?
Right.
So what does that leave you?
PB&J, baby.
At least PB&J's.
Or
cheese pizza. Or eggs are okay. I always told eggs are okay, but chicken isn't, but eggs are okay.
I never understood that, but yeah.
Neither did I. But anyway, the church has said, if you want, alligator is considered seafood.
All right. Some gator steaks.
So there you go. Feel free to have some alligator. This took place. Former New Orleans Archbishop Gregory Amond wrote a letter in 2010, quite a number of years ago, to the owner of a Louisiana gator ranch, clarifying the question. Okay, the 16-year-old letter still makes the rounds every time this year, as Catholics skip meat and poultry on Fridays during Lent in favor of fish and other seafood. And now, good luck getting it around here, I guess. Alligator's okay.
My wife is putting the heat on the. I am Catholic, so it's like, I do.
Yeah.
But I read in the church bulletin last Sunday that it's only between, and I can't remember what the minimum age was because I'm way past that.
Age exemption.
But it's up to the age of
59?
59, and then you can have meat on Friday.
That's okay, yeah.
So my wife looks at me,
right.
and I'm 71. So I said, I'm well beyond that. Why can't I have my smash burger, whenever the heck I want? And my wife says, well, you're healthy and you know better, and you should. And
you know better.
But I'm just doing what the church tells me to do.
It just says, it's okay.
And my wife keeps reminding me that the church is a man-made organization, and just to do what you know was right in your heart. I love her to death. I wish she'd just leave me the hell alone on this one.
She's a smart girl.
Yes, she is.
I can tell by the way you're quoting her.
Well, she's been with me for 43 years, so that
There
How
you
smart
go.
can you be?
So, is it only on Fridays that you abstain, or is it the entire?
Well, Ash
Lenten
Wednesday
season?
Oh, no.
too, but just
Right,
on
yeah, okay.
Friday.
It's
Fridays.
Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Every
each
Friday.
Friday during Lent.
Okay. I didn't know if some people were doing this like for the
to
entire.
now the interesting thing is that Lent only goes up to but not including Good Friday, but then they say and Good Friday too.
No. Okay.
No.
But
But
that's
not-
how I was explaining to me. Lent begins on Ash Wednesday and goes to the Thursday, Thursday before
Right.
Good Friday.
Right.
Good Friday is not considered part of Lent, but on Good Friday there's additional rules, and abstaining is
Abstaining,
also a part of the rules.
But not on
that's
Holy
the way
Saturday.
It's explained to me.
Right.
No, Saturday you're out of you're no
past
big
Lent.
deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Fridays are the deals, and it's one day a week is what they did. And they chose Fridays.
So, Rich, this is my grandmother. Very good Catholic, one of the best Catholics I've ever known. But in the '60s, when the Vatican came out and said, "Okay, you only have to abstain from meat on Fridays during Lent," she refused that. She never ate meat on Friday the entire year.
Wow.
Never changed. It was tuna fish every Friday kind of thing.
Yeah,
Fish
Because
and
that's
chips.
the way the way she grew up,
That's-
and
yeah.
she was not changing.
There you go.
No meat on Friday ever.
Period.
There you go.
I remember folks like that.
Yep.
And
she
you know
didn't,
something?
She didn't care about that age thing either.
You know something? From a dietary point of view, Denise and I are always conscious of keeping things in balance, and usually on a Friday is a good day to have fish for us, and so we'll just keep doing it all year during the year.
Okay.
It's not strict or anything, but we'll. And we love having our fishy and chips. But I noticed that Mickey G was over in front of a Holy Trinity Church this past Wednesday
Slinging out the
all
lamb
day
chowder?
till 6 o'clock,
Oh.
dishing out the fish.
And the clam chowder.
Yeah.
Smart. All right. Break time once again here on Coffee In. This segment has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Hey there, Blackstone Valley. Who's got the best burger, the friendliest service, the best spot in town? You decide. The Valley Breeze is bringing back the Voices of the Valley Awards, a community competition where you can nominate and vote for your local favorites to help determine the best businesses, people, and places in our area. Visit valleybreeze.com to learn more and cast your votes. Plus, you could win cash prizes just for participating. That's valleybreeze.com.
OM 1240.
Hello, this is Melissa, and here's what's happening in the Valley. Warm up at Lops Brewing annual Midwinter Beach Party, Saturday, February 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. Enjoy summery seltzers and beers, cookies from Cookie Chow from 4 to 8 p.m., and W's wood-fired pizza from 5 to 9 p.m. Ridiculously patterned shirts, shorts, and non-winter appropriate footwear are encouraged. Lops Brewing, 122 North Main Street in Woonsocket. Do you have an event you'd like to share? Email us at events@woonsocketradio.com.
Fans of smooth jazz, the Dave Kaz radio show can be heard right here on the one and only ON AM and FM every Sunday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. The Dave Kaz radio show is brought to you by the Carew Investment Group and by Wright's Dairy Farm.
ON Radio.
Thanks for joining us here on the Coffee AM program on ON Radio, Friday, February 20th. Joe Callahan along with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and Rich Lane. And Rich, you wanted to bring up something else?
Yeah, I did. I kind of forgot about this. I'm kind of embarrassed to say I forgot about it, to be honest with you, because I'm always telling folks, like, how good people are down at the Post and the good things that we do for the community and for veterans and everything. Well, you probably saw it on the news, a lot of people listening out there, about that fire that took place at the Lincoln Manor, all right, in Smithville. And there was a veteran that we pick up with the courtesy vehicle there 7 or 8 times a month. We drive him back and forth to his VA appointments, and he was in the unit that had the fire.
Oh, no.
And I was talking to him the other day, and he said that it was an electrical fire that started in the attic area, and 9 units were destroyed, and he said he lost everything. So now he's not a member of our Post, okay, but a veteran is a veteran, and that's the way we look at it at Post 85. And the minute that I told everybody, hey, this gentleman who they all know lost everything in Smithfield, and they said, "Yep, you pick them up all the time." Yep. Just 2 days ago, I was able to meet up with them, and we gave them $500 in cash and about $425 in Walmart gift cards.
That's very nice.
So these are like civilians that go into the post too. So when I say we do good things for people at the community, that's just one example. I'm not trying to pat us on the back for it, but just so you know out there, when I come on and tell you the good, we do good things, we do, and that's just an example.
All right, Rich, very good. Let's see, other things going on. The National Park Service is moving to eliminate its reservation systems at 3 popular locations. I didn't realize these were even in place. But according to the National Park Service, those planning to visit Arches National Park in Utah, Yosemite National Park in California, and Glacier National Park in Montreal will no longer see a reservation system in 2026. NPS says the decision follows a comprehensive evaluation, and the effort is meant to expand public access while maintaining safe and responsible management during peak visitation.
Okay.
So all right.
I didn't know they had a reservation system.
Well, when you go to Yosemite, stay away from the bison.
Yes.
Every year someone gets gored.
Well, they get out and they think, okay, it looks friendly enough. Let me get out and pet it.
They're just grazing. So okay, they're calm and they're tame. So let's go up and get a picture with the 2,000-pound animal, who then runs at them.
Dave, didn't you say something earlier about common sense?
Stay away from wild animals.
Big wild animal. Let's go. Let's go pet.
You're a visitor in that field. Act accordingly.
That's their home.
So do you remember a couple of years ago, I went to San Diego on a legislative conference, and I was walking around, and they have the sea lions there.
Yeah, on the beach.
And I saw this guy taking a selfie with a baby sea lion, which is like as big as this table.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but like he's posing, and he's posing with a selfie with them. And like mama comes along or whatever, and it says don't go
interfere.
over this.
Yeah,
don't interfere. Like, I'm like, what are you thinking? Like, this is like a 400-pound animal.
Yeah.
Like,
did she attack him?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But like, there were people all over just doing really dumb things, including somebody with their child who was taking a picture of their child who was near this adult, and I was just, oh my gosh, something bad's gonna happen. I gotta leave. What are you thinking?
Leave before something bad happens.
I don't want to see a child get, attacked.
Right. All right. President Trump says he's directing agencies to release files pertaining to alien and extraterrestrial life. Trump took to Truth Social to say that based on the tremendous interest shown, that he is directing officials to begin the process of identifying and releasing files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, including UFOs. The announcement follows comments recently from former President Obama, where he said aliens were real, later clarifying that he meant the odds are good there's life out there. Truth's out there, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
So there you go.
Dave, what do you think? You think there's life out there somewhere?
I don't care.
You don't care? What about you?
See, I got everybody taken care of. I don't even join the controversy. I don't care. When I was a young guy, I was fascinated by all the stories and everything, of course. Thought I saw a little UFO one time. I was fooled by an older kid in the neighborhood that projected it from a lamp up onto my bedroom window.
Sounds like the Brady Bunch.
Right. It was real for me because I was in my bedroom. I'm looking at the window. What? Okay. But there was a kid across. We were in a 6-family house, and the kid across the hall from us on our floor was a real rascal. And he decided he was going to have some fun with the little kid next door. That's me. And I had to be around 4 at that age because before we moved to Barrowville. So all right, but I used to like watching The Outer Limits and Twilight Zone and all the rest of that stuff. Back when I didn't have any problems of my own, and it was fun. It was interesting to look at. I read the books and stuff like that. But when I got older, I said, I don't care. I don't have to deal with it today. Let me just deal with what I'm doing. Is that boring? Does that make me boring, Melissa?
No. I mean, could there be? Sure, maybe. I honestly, I don't think I care either. But
there either is or isn't. It doesn't affect me today.
We have bigger problems going on right now.
Right, we have a president who's just like constantly in the news for not really presidential stuff. Those
are the files he's going to release.
He's telling agencies to release the files.
I'm just saying.
That firework just hit it early.
I'll say this though. In an interview with someone who really cared at one time, in my career, I had an interview with some people who studied it, who are very invested in it, and all the rest of that. And I asked one in particular. I said, "Okay, fine. There is or there isn't. Why would the government lie to us about it? What's their reason in your point of view?" And they said, "Because the American public would completely change their value system if we were being visited and they were living amongst us and visiting us and things like that." I said, "Why so?" "Because it would completely shatter religion. People would not feel they had to do the right thing because they were about to die. They would do whatever they wanted. People wouldn't obey laws. It would be complete and utter anarchy in the United States of America if the government said, 'Oh yeah, and here they are.'" And I said, "You really believe that?" He says, "I really believe that it's possible it could happen, and it's so possible that responsible people in government shouldn't have told us what they knew."
But when they say like, okay, there's life on other planets, or what, that could be like an amoeba type thing. It doesn't mean like a
under a microscope kind of thing.
Microscopic
stuff.
I mean, okay, that exists. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Who cares?
So I mean, that's the intellectual answer.
Yeah.
But again, I really.
Like, are they sentient beings?
Let me know.
I don't know.
Let me know.
Right.
I could have one working for me. I wouldn't care.
It's not me.
Because
You've absolutely got to watch the movie Men in Black, where the aliens are among us, working at the post office. That was
an entertainment. That was an entertainment.
I know, it's entertainment.
I do have a pug also, so you know.
Oh, Frank. Alrighty, Dave, you can't answer this question. This goes because you've already read.
Oh, you want me to hold up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this goes on. A study was done. So greatest classic rock song of all time is Melissa.
Greatest
the song you all know.
You all know. You've heard it a good gazillion times.
You sung along with it.
Great.
What do you think?
You've done air guitar.
They've got the top. I've got the top 5 that have been done.
I'm drawing a blank. Why am I drawing
1971.
Melissa, you want to guess?
An Aerosmith song?
No,
they came after.
No. Okay. I haven't
Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, okay.
It's considered the greatest classic rock song of all time. The ranking was compiled by the Top Tens, which is a website hosting over 220,000 user-generated top 10 lists covering a wide range of topics, including music, celebrities, companies, and more.
And I can explain why it's number 1 too.
Yeah, I don't really like
it's an 8-minute song.
Because it's so long, it doesn't get played to death.
Well, I don't know about that.
You can't play it to death on the radio because it's so long.
Too long.
Yeah, I remember being played at junior high dances, and like people, you're just
you start slow dancing, and then it keeps picking up pace. All right.
Tragic.
And then it ends in a big crescendo.
Yes. And all right, coming in at number 2. You want to guess? You want to guess any songs? Before I tell you what number 2 is?
Yeah, go ahead.
You've heard of it.
We can comment.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
You know what? That was going to be my guess for number 1. That should be number 1.
It's number 2.
I'm going to tell you what. To me, Queen.
Yeah.
And I know you're a big Melissa. You're a big Purple Rain guy there.
Prince.
Prince. You're a big Prince.
Amazing
to me,
guitarist.
the best rock man ever was Queen.
Is Queen?
Oh,
right.
I love him.
Well,
number 3.
amazing.
Hotel California. By the Eagles.
I like the Eagles, but I don't think it belongs in the top 5.
Is there like a 7-minute requirement to be in this
list? Yes, because number 4 is Freebird. 9 minutes. And I only have the top 5, and coming in number 5 is Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, which is also not quite in the 9-minute category, but that's
What's your favorite 8-minute song?
That's got some good length to it as well.
I think it's
Bohemian
a
Rhapsody
gimme
should
for
have
the
been
younger
number 1.
generation.
Yeah.
Now, classic rock. I mean, couldn't it? that doesn't include, then I would imagine when you say classic rock, you're not saying rock and roll.
Is this
because
stuff they
you gotta
used
go
to
back
only
and-
play on FM when we were growing
Yeah,
up?
there you go. There you go, yeah. Yeah, you see, you got to
Because they were longer songs.
Yeah.
And they couldn't fit into the format on
Yeah.
that was
That used to
popular
be a
on
big
the
thing
AM.
in radio. They'd take a look, and it could be a fantastic, great song and everything.
It
If
was
it was
cut out.
anything over 2.5 minutes, you'd say,
Yep.
"No, we ain't going to play that."
Yeah, so it's
Huh?
greatest classic rock song, not
They-
greatest rock
songs, yeah.
So no Elvis, no Beatles.
No Beatles.
Well, Beatles could be in there, but not
No Buddy Holly,
no Buddy
none of
Holly,
that,
no
yeah.
Little Richard, no
Yeah.
those kinds.
Yeah.
So, all right,
No
that'll
Lou Monte.
no Lou. Who's Lou Monte? Steve found that funny. All right, that'll do it
why
for
I
the
said
show
it.
for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Dave Richards, thanks for being here.
A lot of fun, folks. Thanks for being with us. Get the replay on the line in just a short time. And, of course, we'll play it again for you on Monday morning at 4 a.m.
All right, very good.
That's the way it goes.
Melissa Murray, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone.
All right, Rich Elaine, thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure, and folks, do not touch that curling stone once it goes past the hog line.
That's
All
right.
I'll
That's
make a
against,
mental note of
that's
that.
against the rules. This is Joe Callahan. Have a great day, great weekend. We'll talk again on Monday. Oh, Tiki Bar tomorrow at noon. And what's his name? Steve.
Gary Smith.
Gary, thanks.
Gary,
Gary's
that's
coming
it,
up
go.
with Do You
Captain
Remember?
Gary and
After
the
the
crew.
9 o'clock news.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.